Jai Baba, Chapter 80. Baba rarely spoke about his Guru, but one day he wanted to drive home a point to Hemat Pant. Baba revealed that one day he had darshan of his Guru in a forest. It is one of the greatest realities of life that we can study all the scriptures, but pure realization and true wisdom only come through with the grace and presence of a true Guru. This is a story that Baba narrated to Hemat Pant. One day, there were 4 of us in a forest. We had read all the scriptures and were well versed with all that which was written and passed down by the sages and rishis. A debate broke out amongst the 4 of us regarding the Creator and creation. One of us said that the Gita makes it clear that the individual should, through his or her own effort, to bring about a radical internal transformation. To depend on any external factor, to even depend upon a guru, is not advisable. Another replied that only if a person has the mind under complete control can self-realization come forth. One should strive to be free from both doubts and external forces and realize that nothing exists but one's own self. Everything undergoes a transition, only truth remains constant. The third person said that one should always focus on what is permanent and everlasting. Everything else is false. It was the fourth person who disagreed with all the above. He said that no scripture can lead to salvation. Yes, it is important to walk the path guided by the scriptures, but salvation and liberation can only come if an individual surrenders oneself completely, body, heart, mind, soul, even the breath at one's Guru. The fourth individual continued by saying that one needs to truly believe that the Guru is Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh, all rolled into one, as well as believe that the Guru is the very Creator himself, who is present everywhere and in everything. Those who are only immersed in the scriptures and have memorized all that which has been written may be intellectual, but true knowledge and wisdom is useless if you are not a true disciple and are not completely absorbed in the Guru. Only a true disciple who has joyously surrendered at the feet of the Guru can move ahead on the path of spirituality and salvation. The other 3 men disagreed with the one who believed that only a true disciple is on the real path of spirituality, and they decided to go their own ways to find their own path. The 3 men decided to make their inquiries and prove the others wrong. While traversing through the jungle, they seemed to have lost their way. On the way, they met a traveler who asked the 4 men a question. "It is scorching hot. Where are you men headed to?" One of the 4 men replied that they intended to explore the forest and were in search of something. The trader inquired, "What is it that you are searching for in a forest?" To that, one of the 4 replied that they did not intend to talk about the search or what they sought to find. This trader or Vanjari knew that the 4 of us were lost. He could make out that we were moving about in circles. He told the 4 men that the forest was dense and mysterious, and unless they had a proficient guide, they would be lost forever in the womb of the forest. Whenever you are in search of something, it is best to have a guide who can lead the way and prevent you from getting lost. Anyway, it is mid-afternoon and scorching hot. Come, sit with me and share my roti, vegetable and water. After you have rested, you can continue with your search." We paid no heed to him and continued on our way. He requested us again, but we ignored him and moved on. In a short while, we were exhausted. We were proud people who thought that we knew it all. The very thought that we needed a guide itself was preposterous. Exhausted, hungry and thirsty, we walked on and began to realize that the forest was truly mysterious. There were certain patches so thickly covered with tall trees and huge branches that no sunlight streamed through. It appeared as though night had set, though it was still early afternoon. Soon we realized that we were completely lost and retraced our steps back to where we had met the Vanjari. To our surprise, he was still seated under a tree, looking refreshed and comfortable. He said, "It seems you are lost and had to retrace your steps back here. Sometimes the mind and intellect is not enough to continue on one's journey of search. Trust me, whether a mission is big or even small, it is always helpful to have a guide to lead you in the right direction. Without proper guidance, you shall never arrive at the right destination. You are all hungry and thirsty. An empty stomach and a parched throat can cloud the mind and the intellect, leading to great confusion. I always believe that whenever somebody offers you food and water, take it as a sign from the very gods themselves and partake of what has been offered to you with gratitude and humility. To be offered food and water is a good sign that your difficulties and confusions will be sorted out soon. Come, eat some roti and vegetable, drink some water and rest for some time. It shall do you all good." For some reason, the other three men did not heed to the man's words of wisdom. They set out again in another direction. They had resolved that till they did not find something that would help them with their dilemma, they would not rest or refresh themselves. When the mind is clouded by ego, nothing good ever comes of it. I, for some reason, stayed with the Vanjari. We shall continue with this story in the next chapter. Peace be to all. Baba always guide us in this life and all lifetimes ahead. Jai Sai.